Hi everybody, it's Dave, Bluejacket 66 here for another video. Usually I say this could be a quick video, and I hope it is, but I'm really not sure. I'm probably going to ramble on a little bit. I wanted to show some care packages, gifts from some fellow YouTubers, and a little bit of auction wins. I have I think a huge auction win that I'm going to probably do a video on tomorrow. But I wanted to reflect a little bit on YouTube in this past year. I think I started in March of 2018, I think that's right. And kind of got off to a slow start and just kind of with shout outs and helps from friends, kind of built my channel. I almost consider it built now rather than having this goal of mounting subscribers. I've reflected on things, and that's really not my goal. My goal, as I talked in the last couple videos, is to entertain myself, to be honest with you, while helping fellow collectors, showing cards that they enjoy, maybe influence in some way how they collect cards. And I've said it before, we all kind of influence each other. And we all collect in many different avenues of the hobby and in a lot of directions. It's been said many times, there's no right way or wrong way of collecting. It's for fun, and the only reason you do it is because it makes you feel good, and it's something to occupy your time, or to share with your family, or to share with a loved one. And it's really a great hobby. I've done a lot of collecting over my years, and thanks to my dad, I got started very early with just being a collector, and he was a collector. So I want to thank everybody for a great 2019. I don't know what YouTube was like 3, 4, 5 years ago. I stumble upon channels that I haven't heard about, that haven't posted in years, that have a huge amount of subscribers. But I think the important thing is here that I'm seeing is this camaraderie and community, and actually caring for each other's collections and interest in each other's collection, and interest in the friendship that's associated with it. That's something that I was highly missing, and I had no expectation at all that YouTube was going to bring this to me. I thought I was going to show cards and people were going to ooh and ah over the cards and give thumbs up. I don't, and honest, but it's become so much more than that, and that is not what I'm looking for, and that's not what satisfies me. What has satisfied me is the amount of friends that I have acquired through YouTube. People that call me out of the blue, people that text me or email me, or people that email or text other YouTubers and says, you think you could give me Bluejacket 66 number? And I am happy to talk to everyone. My personality is not nearly as probably as gregarious and outgoing as some. I'm not a big reacher out person and can stand on the phone for hours at a time. But I would love to share or talk or communicate with all of you. For me, it's been a great year and so satisfying with that. And I think a big part of it we keep talking about was the national, and I think that the 2020 national will even be bigger in that aspect, as far as just spending time with each other. In the 70s, when my dad would collect, I mean, you got periodicals in the mail, and you had one ads that you put in the local paper, and he had his friends, or little group of collecting friends there in Kansas City. And I remember especially one, Ron Longhofer, he would come over on Saturdays or sometimes on Saturdays, and I'd see him get out of his car and with his briefcase in his hand, and my dad and him would sit down, and they didn't collect the same thing, but they had some rivalry going on. I think there was some overlap, but you know, I'll be honest with you, I was a teenager at that time, so one of my regrets is you don't pay attention to some of the things you should. But what I'm getting at is friends gathered around showing each other cards, talking about collecting, talking about the hobby, etc., is something that I sorely missed flying into adulthood in the mid to later 80s and beyond. And YouTube has brought that back to me and has completely reinvigorated my collecting. Now we can show things together, and what I'm hoping is, instead of that there's meetups at conventions, and I'll be happy to travel to spend a weekend with some of you and go to some shops and bring some cards and talk about some things, because I'm always up for learning and I'm always up for show and tell. I'll probably bring my son along, because that's the way I roll. So I just want to thank everyone. It was a fantastic 2019. I'm actually humbled by it, and that brings me into some of the recent notes and Christmas wishes, and actually I'll just call them gifts that I've gotten from the community. I'm going to go over some of those. Here's a nice Babe Ruth cup I just got in the mail from Memory Lane with some candy in it. I don't know that I bought anything from Memory Lane this year. I may have. I'm not sure. The other thing I wanted to shout out is poor Mike Samuel, Canadian Cards. He's very loyal to my channel, and just in my mailbox today, I got what is his entry into my 1,000 subscriber contest that ended, 2 weeks ago. So getting mail in and out of Canada is brutal. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to go over is I got just a thank you card from STWP 1986. It says, Dave, have a happy holidays. Best wishes to the family. As always, thank you for the great content. And with that, he sent me a 2017 Allen and Ginter George Brett autograph card, which is a super image, the Allen and Ginter. It's a beautiful, classic George Brett autograph, and I thank him very much for that. My George Brett autograph collection is growing, and thanks to fellow YouTubers. So STWP 1986, and what a fantastic card. I'm going to follow that up with a note from one of the biggies in the YouTube community, Mike O. It says, Dave, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you for all you've done for myself and the community. Keep up the mix of videos. Love the cards, information, and entertainment that you provide. I hope you enjoy the enclosed cards in your collection. And he sent me a few cards, some of these great George Brett Topps tributes, which I do not have, and a Fleer Greats. And he topped that off with a 2012 Allen and Ginter autograph card. And that is a fantastic image. And I do not have any autograph Allen and Ginter cards. These are both on cards. Here's the one from Mike O. And aren't those beautiful? And the autographs, those blue Sharpie, just look fantastic on that. So Mike O, I don't know what to say. You didn't have to do that. And you're a good friend and a legend, certainly, in the YouTube community. From Badger Jeff, Badger Jeff. I got in the mail. This is just fantastic, from 1976. Some freaking hot vinyl. The Runaways live in the Agora Ballroom, Cleveland. There's the girls. I won't point them out again. I think I'm going to throw this on. Real quick here. I happen to have a little record player here. It's a cheapie. There's something a little borderline about teenage girls singing Cherry Bomb, and if you listen to those lyrics, but what a freaking fantastic album. Maybe someday, if I've been drinking heavily, I will tell you the true story of my encounter with the Runaways in the late 70s. I don't know if that's too loud. It's freaking fantastic. Something else I got, and this was really emotional for me. I actually teared up with this. This hit me right in the heart. This is from JT, Triple Crown 24. Dave, I tried to think outside the box on this one. You like sports, music, movies, and Easter eggs, so I put those all together, and this was the outcome. Everything and everyone pictured is a reference to one of my videos. The pride, time, and effort you put into your videos is much appreciated by guys like me who are detail-oriented. Thanks for all your contributions, community, and your tremendous generosity. Happy holidays to you, as well as your friends and family. That's from JT. And what he did here, what he made, is freaking incredible. He did a collage in the spirit of the Sgt. Pepper's album here. I'll try not to get too much, but it says Bluejacket 66. And everybody on here was either part of our community or part of one of my videos. It's just freaking amazing. You know, Rod Stewart, here's Eric, those back pages. We got Springsteen. We got Marie Fredriksson from Roxette. Here's the Cars. Here's all my favorite Mantles here. Here's our Red Heart Mantle. Taylor Swift, George Brett, me, Jackie Robinson. Here's Raquel Welch from our poster in back here, 1000 Years BC. Pat Benatar, Trout, Mahomes, Mantle. There's Mike Baseball Collector, you know, Willie Mays, Ty Cobb, John Lennon I spoke about recently. Batman and Robin, remember that poster? And it just goes, here's Big Bird, there's Mark Fidrich. You guys seen that video of mine? This is just, this took a lot of work, and that comes from someone who cares about me and cares about baseball card collecting, sports collecting, and cares about this community. I mean, I haven't had someone make or do something like this for me in a long, long time. And I've been looking at this, and every time I look at it, I just see something new. There's, you know, Ray from Philly. Some freaking alien. Just unbelievable. Clemente, Nolan Ryan. There's Barry Chase. You remember that video with her? Well, you should, because you might win something again. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know. It feels like Christmas to me. So, I don't know. Thank you very, very much, guys. I'm going to show just a couple more things that I got in the mail. You know, I was shut out by Heritage, and I went on a little bit of a smaller auction buying spree. This is YouTube, another George Brett. This is the 2019 Panini Flawless George Brett. This is a 1 of 1. Legendary signatures. It says 1 of 1 right there. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of goofy. I'm not one for manufactured rarities. I like rarities because they got thrown away and didn't survive and they're rare, but you know, this is manufactured rarity, but it's still a great image. And you know what one of the reasons I bought this card is look how high his swing was. That guy could homer and hammer a ball up around his eyes. Why don't you go take a look at watch him take Goose Gossage yard on the Pine Tar incident. Watch that home run. He hammers one up around his eyes over the right field wall, which essentially put the Yankees out of being any sort of significant contenders for 13 to 15 years, thank God. They weren't relevant again after that till I don't even know, late 80s or... Okay, what else do we got here? Remember I'm doing this Panini Don 2018. I got another one of those for my rainbow I'm working on. This is numbered to 371. It's kind of silver. It has his career home runs on it, so I picked up another one for that. I got a couple things in Sirius auction. Got Len Dawson. This is my favorite football set. The 1970 set. I had these, I've said this before, all over my wall, the 1970s. And all of them from my childhood have a pinhole here because I thumbtacked them to my wall. And of course my favorite one was the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, Len Dawson. So I picked that up. I also picked up this, I'm not a big fan of this set, the 1959 Fleer Ted Williams. But this one is number 58. Williams hits 388. And I kind of like this card because it shows his swing. That's graded a 9. Also from Sirius, I got this Prez Steel Ted Williams auto. I have several of these, but I put in a bid where I thought I would get a good price. And you can't go, this is a Ted Williams auto that is not when he was 1 foot in the grave. This is a little bit of an earlier autograph. It's not a perfect autograph, his T isn't perfect up here and it kind of runs off, but that makes no difference to me. It's a beautiful Ted Williams autograph. In my opinion, autographs on these Prez Steels, and I don't like all the years of the Prez Steels, but out of this celebration set, I mean, some of these images are just, I love them. And one last thing I got in Heritage, not the Heritage main, their big auction, but on one of their Sunday auctions, I got this 1952 Bowman Willie Mays in an SGC 5, and it's a nice 5. It may be better than a 5 if it wasn't for this corner down here, but it's centered, and I suppose the 52 Bowman obviously is overshadowed by the 52 Tops, but this is a really nice image of Mays, and it's a centered card, and it's a second year card, and I think Mays are quite undervalued, and I think I got that at a good price. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video of this. This is one of my biggest pickups of the year. I got it from an auction called Small Traditions, which I've never won anything. I'm not even sure if I've ever actually bid in their auctions before. So I've got that coming, and I won something recently in SCP auction, and I can't remember what I won. But God bless all of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and season's blessings to one of all faiths or beliefs, whether there be none or, intense devotion. So this is Bluejacket 66. I sincerely thank all of my subscribers, and especially those that interact and are showing such fantastic friendship, for making my life certainly more blessed. So thank you, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll make one more video tomorrow.